Well. Welcome to another episode of Sportswtihmongha, and what a moment this is. Just after the season has ended, and I'm thinking about let's do a season review of like the top eight, how the title has been, what happened, and how the relegation battle has gone. And I'm like, okay, it should be a normal day of Premier League. I can make like the content long form. I don't need to think about what's really happening in the news circuit. And I switch on the news, and we already have a breaking news. We already have the breaking news. It is done. It is what Mr. Pochettino has been asking the journalists to do. Ask the man, ask the board, ask the owners, what do they want? And they've spoken. Chelsea has sacked, or like currently the news is Pochettino leaves Chelsea by a mutual consent. But in my opinion, Chelsea sacked Pochettino in the shocking news after the season that Chelsea has had. Like they were sixth, but it seems like something in the top level did not go as well as they have thought and would go with the Chelsea manager. And it's time to say adios, amigos. Bye. See ya. Sayonara. 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 What has happened here again, guys? What a mess is this? This is like craziness. What? How did you let him go? Why? Who's your best option? Let me know. I don't know, guys. This is just crazy. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. Sportswtihmongha is a fan channel. It comes from a fan's perspective. I cover news about Formula One, Premier League, Bundesliga, Champions League, Europa League, and we'll have the Euros coming in soon as well. So that'll be covered before the next Premier League season starts. We do have some FPL content as well. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the bell icon to be for more videos, and hit the like button if you enjoy the content. And Chelsea fans, I want to know from you, how do you feel? The Chelsea, the Stamford Bridge has been divided between people who love Pochettino and who hate him. I have never been a fan. I don't feel Pochettino is a manager who I feel him to be a more Spanish manager rather than a Premier League manager because of the tactics, the way he kind of gets those young players to kind of explore. He's been with Spurs, he's been with Chelsea now, and I don't think it has worked with like big clubs for him, in my opinion. But yeah, there's a lot to get. But Chelsea fans, get into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this, and let's get into it. Chelsea have announced, and it has just happened, guys. It's just happened today. Chelsea have announced that head coach Mauricio Pochettino has left by mutual consent. In a statement, the club said Chelsea can confirm the club and Mauricio Pochettino have mutually agreed to part ways. Sporting directors Laurence, Stewart, and Paul Winstanley thanked Pochettino, stating, "On behalf of everyone at Chelsea, we would like to express gratitude to Mauricio for his service this season. He will be welcome back at Stamford Bridge anytime, and we wish him the best for his future coaching career." Pochettino, thank you. And Pochettino said, "Thank you to Chelsea's ownership group and sporting directors for the opportunity to be part of this football club legacy. The club now well positioned to keep moving forward in the Premier League and Europe in the years to come." Chelsea also confirmed that Pochettino's assistants Jesus Perez, Miguel de Costa, Toni, Jimenez, and Sebastiano Pochettino have also left. The statement said Chelsea will be making no further comment on such until such time as a new head coach is appointed. What do you feel? I really want to hear from you in the comment section below, Chelsea fans. Like, what do you feel about Pochettino and this, of course, Todd Bowley era of running the club, the way they have been running this club? There is a possibility that there was issues on the top with the managers or the style that they've had. Pochettino obviously, or like sometimes it felt like they wanted to sell some players. For example, the team captain, Gallagher. Also, on the defensive side, they wanted to sell players out, but then that did not happen. And it feels like, and that's what I feel like with this. This is one of the things, right? It feels as if it was like it was like everybody knew what was happening. Everybody saying it was philosophical differences. It was arguments, no, there were no arguments or rancor meetings on Monday and Tuesday, like yesterday and today. Club World Cup was a factor. Young progressive successor will be targeted, but that's what the club wanted, and Pochettino goes with his head high. So it seems to me that there has been an understanding that he was possibly not the right manager for the future. Given his age, he's not kind of he has a charisma, but he's not somebody who can be a pushover. So he can't kind of completely be pushed out by what the ownership thinks what works for him. He will come as a strong manager. He has his opinion. He will try and implement what he feels is right because he has earned that right to kind of. But then it feels to me that Chelsea wanted a young manager, and Seb Jimenez is highly rated, the Stuttgart manager right now. The ownership really likes him. Also, the fact that they have Thomas Tuchel open, Graham Potter has still not found a job, Frank Lampard is still open. They have De Zerbi now available. Possibly Eric Ten Hag if he's sacked as well. Xavi is open. Zinedine Zidane is open. There are a lot of managers, really, really good managers out there that could be hired as well. But then it depends on what Todd Bowley wants. Like, what does the ownership group really, really want here, and how do they want to kind of move how do they want to move the needle here? Of course, like 52-year-old Argentine coach Mauricio Pochettino, he's been here at Chelsea for 1 year or two. He had it was an extension clause that he had, but that was never reviewed. But then it seems like that was never needed, and he's just sacked completely. Also, it feels to me like a bit of a betrayal because Pochettino, he's not been given enough time. Like, starting his role 1st of July 2023, the number of players that they had signed, which he had nothing to do with, and he's just been told to play around with those players. So it almost feels like Pochettino was given the keys to the kingdom as a caretaker role without actually making him feel like he was a caretaker. He felt like it was for a long haul. But then Chelsea's have struggled to start the season. We understand that, like, the new club, new players. Cole Palmer was their shining light only till he came on game week 7 and 8. But then Chelsea had struggled to start the season with a 2-0 defeat at Everton on December 10, leaving them 13th win with 19 points after 16 matches. But despite numerous injuries to first team players, Pochettino was able to turn things around, and a 5-match winning streak ultimately lifted Chelsea to 6th and a place in UEFA competition. The Blues' tally of 63 points represented 19-point improvement on the previous season. They also scored 77 Premier League goals, their third most in a single campaign, behind 103 and 85 in 16-7, which ended with them winning the title. And that's the question, right? Whoever succeeds Pochettino will become the 5th head coach or manager for Chelsea after Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter, Frank Lampard in the caretaker role. So they're going to hire a 5th head coach, and that's a problem, right? That's an interesting thing to kind of understand. Like, how is this even real? Like, how does Chelsea even kind of come out of this? Like, that's kind of in my mind the biggest problem as I see, or the biggest concern. Like, what's the best case scenario here? Conspiracy theory: Pochettino gets the job at Manchester United. Ten Hag is sacked over summer. Everybody wins. I don't think so, but we will see. It's crazier things that have happened. Maybe this was one of those things that were kind of happening behind the scene. Then Pochettino almost had a feeling there's a fallout happening, and he might get the sack very soon. But interesting summer window as well now. Who will take over the Chelsea job? That's the first question. But the second question as well in my mind is another crazy summer window. What is going to happen? How many players will they get? Interesting to keep in mind is this is going to be more crazier than we have seen before. Chelsea Football Club is completely in a transition. They've had no new players, but sacking the manager right after the Premier League season just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know Let me know in the comment section what do you think. If you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. And if you've enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to be for me more videos. Thanks for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one.